Welcome to your own channel of Right Funda. Here is an interesting problem from electrodynamics, electromagnetic induction. Let's discuss. Let's read the question first. A long solenoid of radius small r having small n turns per unit length carries a constant current I. Consider two situations. In the first, an inertia-less paper cylinder of radius rp, where rp is less than r, and length L is inserted coaxially at the middle of the solenoid, and in the second case another inertia-less paper cylinder of radius Rp, that is Rp is greater than R. First case में Rp less than R, second case में Rp is greater than R, and length same L surrounds coaxially the solenoid in the middle as shown in the figure. There are two diagrams given. In one, there is a solenoid there. There is a solenoid, current is flowing through this, and then a paper cylinder is put here. In case of one case, first case it is put inside the solenoid, second case it was put outside this. In the middle as shown in the figure, the paper cylinders carry a uniform charge Q over their curved surfaces. If the current in the solenoid is suddenly reduced to I by eta, I current was there and was placed, and when the current is suddenly reduced from I to I by eta, find the angular velocity omega acquired by the paper cylinder. Ignore the effect of gravity. So I hope the question is clear. Again, I repeat, the cylinder was the solenoid is there, current is flowing to this. One paper cylinder is placed here, and a charge is there on this. And second case, we put this paper cylinder bigger radius and it's put like this. If the current is reduced to I by eta, then suddenly what angular velocity the paper cylinder will acquire? The question asks. So now as you understood the question, you start solving the problem. You can pause the video, and once you complete it or you tried solving the problem, whether you got the answer or not got the answer, again you can resume the video and you can see the solution. Hope you have solved the problem. Now see, we know that what happens. Suppose if you have a solenoid, in case of solenoid, suppose current flows through a solenoid, then it produces a magnetic field. I current flows to this, and magnetic field is produced inside. So in the solenoid there is a magnetic field inside will be there, and inside the magnetic field is a constant quantity. If the infinite solenoid will take very long solenoid, if the radius is very small as compared to length, mu naught into n into I. Mu naught and I is the magnetic field inside, and outside the magnetic field is equal to 0. So for r less than r, suppose I take that the radius equal to r equal to this much, and for r greater than r, B will be equal to 0. So if a current flows, magnetic field exists here. Okay. So let's see. Now, suppose this is I take the cross-sectional view of the solenoid. I see the top side. I see this my magnetic field exists here, and outside there is no magnetic field exists. Okay. So magnetic field is here B at this sometime, and we know from our electromagnetics that if magnetic field changes with time, if the magnetic field changes with time, B is a function of time. Then if magnetic field changes with time, the electric field is induced, a non-conservative electric field is induced throughout the universe. Suppose in this cylindrical region, here in this region magnetic field changes with time, and everywhere here, everywhere electric field is induced, that we know. Okay. So, and that electric field is a non-conservative one, that in case of cylindrical region, if the magnetic field exists in the cylindrical region, then a coaxial, you can say the magnetic field will be concentric will be there, and coaxial magnetic field throughout this universe, here also, everywhere will be there. And this is governed by what we call as the Faraday's law. And what is Faraday's law? So we can write that E dot dl integration, the electric field that will be induced at any point, I will take a loop here, and E dot dl integration I will do, and that will be equal to minus del phi b by del t. So phi b is the magnetic flux within that loop. So there are two cases we can calculate. One is that inside this region how much electric field will here magnetic field is there, here magnetic field is not there, but electric field will be induced everywhere, here, everywhere, because of changing magnetic field. So inside what magnetic field will be there, what electric field will induce, and outside what electric field will be induced with there. So first what we'll do, you must have read in your school, so that if you take like this a loop like this and you integrate over this region, if you integrate over this region, this integration you carry out, then we obtain, and for this r less than r, then we obtain an equation like the electric field that induced is equal to this denominator, and if it is greater than r, then the upper value will be there. Two things are there. So two cases we have discussed. One is that first we'll take the ring like this, and second case what we'll do, we'll take the bigger radius of the ring. We'll take a radius, a big radius of this side. Will take big radius, will take r radius. So we got the two equations are there. So I just put in a box so that will be easier. So this is my Faraday's law, and two cases we obtain. That one is this electric field for r greater than equal to r. This is the magnetic field, and this is the case if I will take the r more than r. The two cases we have got. So where this r is the region, the cylindrical region in which magnetic field exists. So in our case here, the radius of the cylinder r, capital R, I have taken, and the small r, where you have taken both the formula, that what is small r got. Small r is the point where I want to get the electric field. So but this is the r. If I want to get this, the r is there. If I want to calculate, this is my r. So if this is the thing is there, then we'll be seeing what will happen. So if you see this one, so in this region electric field exists, and this electric field, the direction of the electric field is according to Lentz's law. So in this case, if magnetic field is increasing with time, in the magnetic field time, the induced electric field will be such that it will try to decrease the increased effect of the magnetic flux. So if it is into the plane and is increasing, then it will try to decrease this one. So current will be in the anti-clockwise directions, and it is decreasing, it will be in clockwise direction. However, so in some direction electric field is there. So electric field will be circumferential. Suppose if it is in this case, magnetic field is into, and it is increasing with time. If it is, sorry, in our case decreasing with time. If it decreases, then the magnetic field will be clockwise directions. By eta 2, eta I will take the positive quantity. So greater than 1. So electric field exists like this. There is an electric field is induced everywhere. And in this electric field, there is electric field there. So suppose here you see the cylinder. Here magnetic field is there. So inside also electric field is induced. Outside also electric field is induced. So here everywhere electric field is induced like this. Circle is a coaxial rings will be there. Okay? And on this there is a paper cylinder is put. So two cases we'll discuss. So if I take this is my charge cylinder is there. Suppose this charge cylinder I take and put on this electric field. I put in this electric field. Then what will happen? Every charge will experience force. So here charge Q is there, so QE force will be there. Here charge Q is there, QE force will be there. Here charge small q, the QE electric, like this. And the net force will be equal to 0. Net force on the ring will be 0. So center of mass will be rest. But these forces, they will produce what? Torque about this. So it will start experiencing a torque. So we'll see how much torque it will experience. When a charge Q, a cylinder or a ring or a cylinder having charge Q is placed in this electric field, induced electric field, how much torque it will experience. So torque we know that tau is equal to R cross F, and so many charges. So summation I can write summation Ri cross F5. So net force is 0, but net torque is equal to not 0, I told you. So if I put this value, then I got the total torque. If this radius is R, if it's the R where I have the electric field, I calculate total torque got tau into QE. And in this case, I'll say the R cross F is equal to K cap. I've taken the downward direction. K cap I've taken the downward as the positive. Because R cross F is into this one, into the plane of this. So this is my torque, where E the electric field and this region. So and Q is the charge on this. So Q, all this small q will be there, total Q will be there. So total charge Q into is the all torque in the same direction, and added this one. So this is my torque here. Okay. So in fact torque, what I can write? dl by dt, change in angular moment, rate of change of angular momentum is equal to this one. So I got that dl is equal to R QE into dt. So if I integrate both the sides, I can get the value of L, I can get. So if I integrate from 0 to L, suppose sometime initially it was rest, so 0 to L, and some time L can get, then I got an equation like this, and L is equal to this. But L is equal to what? I omega, I into omega. So I got the problem I take. What is the I? Is a cylinder. If a hollow cylinder I will take, this equal to thin cylinder is given, so equal to mr square. Mr square equal to RQ into dq by dt. From this I can get the omega of the cylinder. If as soon as you put in an electric field, then the omega will be equal to E dt integration for the time duration for which the process of change takes place. So this another equation I get. As soon as the cylinder is put in this electric field, and electric field where is produced? Because of the changing time varying magnetic field, and electric field is induced, and E the induced electric field, and that a charge Q is put in a cylindrical spread on a cylindrical region. on the surface of a cylinder, paper cylinder, then there will be this much will be there if I integrate from 0 to dt. So there are two cases are there, case 1 and case 2. Again, we'll go to the question and say that what is the case 1? Case 1 says that inside your port, this R is less than that. And now given that Rp is the radius of paper cylinder and this radius is small r. What I have taken capital R is given the radius of the cylinder is a small r and Rp is the radius of this. So what I take small r, it becomes Rp. What I take capital R becomes smaller in this particular question. So if I take these two cases, I will discuss. So what are the two cases are there? We'll see the two cases are case 1. We'll see case 1 is Rp less than R, where the paper cylinder is inside this. Rp, the radius of the paper cylinder, is less than R. Then I can write the equations for that. We have to substitute what electric field. The electric field case, I will substitute of this value, that electric field of this one. This one it will be R by 2 into del B by dt, R by 2. So R is what? Rp. And what is my capital R? Capital R become this radius is the radius of the ring. So this is equal to radius of the ring, radius of cylinder, radius of the paper cylinder, and the radius, this is the radius of paper cylinder that I got. And luckily this is the dB by dt there, and dt, this dt cancel. So what is the dB there? So where the magnetic field changes, I need to integrate over the magnetic field change only. So if I calculate this one, then this come out to be equal to, I integrate from beta b to b by eta. So I got the equation that angular velocity that will be developed if the magnetic field changes from b to b by eta. If the magnetic field suddenly changed, because time is not given, the limit is not given, but I can calculate the value if the magnetic field limits are given, if what to what this changes, magnetic field limit, then from that I can get that omega came out to be equal to this one. So inside case the paper cylinder is there, that will be this much angular velocity starts moving. Now we see the second one. Okay, so you can simplify this. The second case we see that Rp greater than R. So if the paper cylinder radius is more than this, then I will be substituting in place of E. This equation is this one. This is my equation. In this E value, in the place of E, I will calculate the electric field outside the cylinder. What is the outside cylinder? Outside cylinder magnetic field is this one. This value will be substituted, where R is the radius of this small r and R is the radius of the paper cylinder, so Rp. That value I will substitute. Then I got this radius. Okay, where Rp is the radius and R, capital R is given small r because R is the radius of the solenoid is given. So I can integrate this one. dt cancels. This dt cancels. Then I got dB integration and minus dB of course. So I got this value to be calculated as the omega is this much. So I got this equation. So B is equal to mu naught Ni. I substitute, I got this equation. So two values I got. So one value is that omega in case of if the paper cylinder is outside, and one is the omega if the paper cylinder is inside. So we got one relation like this, and where the B is equal to mu naught Ni. Another relation we got this one, where we put two quantities. One is like this. This is my, once I put the value of B is equal to mu naught Ni, I substituted where magnetic field is produced by the solenoid. So two quantity we got. So what happened? The main thing is that solenoid was producing some, was having some magnetic field. Magnetic field is suddenly changed, so it is timely varying. So electric field will be induced. So if I put a cylinder here having a charge, then it will start experiencing torque, and because the experiencing charge will be finding. But it is here the time taken to switching off from B to B by F, B by eta, the reduction of magnetic field take place very small time. That is not given, but anyhow, this dt that get cancelled, and we got a two answers that omega will be this for the first case that equal to Rp is greater than R, and second case the Rp less than R. So this is the first case we got the Rp less than R is this one, and we got the Rp greater than R. We got this is the value. Two answers we obtained. Okay.